No Batman, just hours of grinding, glitchy fights, and patrol after patrol. But after 40 plus hours, and I finally platinumed Gotham Knights. But was it finally worth it? After over 40 hours of grinding, stealth takedowns, chasing glitches, and clearing the same 5 crimes every single night, I finally unlocked the Platinum Trophy in Gotham Knight. While Gotham's protector is long gone, I stepped into the cowl as Red Hood. Sure, Batgirl, Nightwing, and Robin were there during the whole thing, but trust me when I say I never once took them out on any patrol. So was the journey for the Platinum worth it? Or did this open world Arkham successor just annoy me along the way? Let's talk about it. Real quick, if you don't know anything about Gotham Knights, let me give you some knowledge. Gotham Knights was developed by Warner Bros. Montreal and released back in October of 2022. The game didn't receive the best reviews, but unfortunately because of my love for the Arkham series and the original hype for this game was a day one purchase for me. But obviously I've never touched it. But back on topic, Gotham Knights is set in an alternate universe where Batman is dead, and the game puts you in control of the Bat family, so Nightwing, Red Hood, Batgirl, and Robin, as they attempt to protect Gotham in his absence. The game is an open world action RPG. With co-op capabilities, there is a simple loot system that honestly feels way too basic, and a heavy focus on each character's own personal growth. As a hero and as a member of the Bat family, each hero has unique abilities, traversal styles, and skill trees, and allowing you to switch up your playstyle as you take down different criminal factions. You'll be investigating Bruce Wayne's death and uncover the secrets of the Court of Owls. While the game doesn't follow the Arkham series, it tries to fill the massive void left by Batman, with its own brand of storytelling. But all you are really given is repetitive patrol-based gameplay. But we'll save that for the end. Let's jump into the Platinum journey itself. Now before starting the game, I did my usual thing and looked up a guide for this game. I managed to find one on PowerPix which stated that the game should take me around 20 hours. And I'm just going to say this and leave it here. This game took me well over 20 hours. Now sure, I have a family, a job, and other things in life that happen and cause me to take longer to finish video games. But there is absolutely no way someone can complete this Platinum within 20 hours. Not with the dumb grinding and hunting for certain types of enemies. Plus the fact you have to grind 250 different crimes. Oh, and let's not forget that there's no way to track any of the progression on any of these different trophies. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. We are introduced to Batman taking on Ra's al Ghul in the Batcave, and ultimately at the end of the fight, Bruce manages to sacrifice his life and take down the head of the League of Assassins. But somewhere in the fight he managed to send out a signal to the rest of the Bat family, and it brought them all back to Gotham so that they would be able to take over as the protectors of the city. Now, when I first got the option to pick which character, I was torn between Nightwing and Red Hood. But I thought, wow, wouldn't it be funny if I played as Robin or Batgirl? Mostly to try to do something unconventional that I normally wouldn't do. Well, I think Tim Drake as Robin is really lame. That's just me. I'm sorry if I piss anyone off for that. But Barbara, she's actually had my back as Oracle through the entire Arkham series. So I originally picked her. And immediately after I finished the first mission, I realized I wasn't having fun with her. I didn't really like the way that she played. And I didn't really want to be miserable the entire time I was playing this game already, so I actually switched to Red Hood. The reason for that is because I know the least about Jason Todd, and I figured why not learn about him here. But somewhere along the line, I did get the first trophy of the game, First Step into the Night. With that one, we're officially locked into the run. One of the next things we had to do was meet up with Harley Quinn, who was locked away in Blackgate, and get some information from her. After performing a task for Harley and basically falling for the trick that would allow her to escape while we were distracted, we did get the trophy Har Har Har, very funny. I did manage to finish the first case file and got the trophy Loose Ends. And before starting the second case file, I managed to follow up on Jason's story and I learned a little bit more about him. But because I did that, I managed to reach Knighthood and I unlocked Jason's traversal skill, and I got the trophy Knighthood. Also, I just want to point out that the traversal within this game is absolutely terrible. It is not fun at all. Like, at least in the Arkham series, Batman can glide and travel a little bit faster with his grappling gun, but in this game you're always falling to the ground super fast, even when you're using the traversal skill. And honestly, you're probably better off just driving everywhere on the Batcycle instead of traversing using the rooftops. But this is a Batman successor. I want to travel through the rooftops. Unfortunately, that's not really how this game is going to be made. And for the sake of being a vigilante, it makes absolutely no sense to be traveling around on a motorcycle, especially one that is following in Batman's footsteps. I met up with the Penguin though, and learned that the organization called the Court of Owls was real, and shortly after we finished Case File 2, we got the trophy Whispered Words. Next, we made our way to a place called the Power Club, and I managed to discover a Court of Owls secret meeting and learned that the organization was real and that Batman was right all along. After escaping the Court of Owls hideout and I managed to make it back to the Belfry, I got the trophy Lock and Key. Also, there are side case files related to Harley Quinn, Mr. Freeze, and Clayface, which I decided to do randomly while playing through the game, but I actually completed the first one for both of them at the beginning, and I got 2 trophies. To the victor goes the spoils, and get REQ'd. We then went to a ball that was put on in the honor of Bruce Wayne, and we infiltrated the hotel in an attempt to find the members of the court here. After discovering the voice, or the leader of the court, was Jacob Kane, who also happened to be Bruce Wayne's uncle, the League of Shadows attacked and have now infiltrated the city. But with that came the completion of Case File 4, which got me the trophy Bad Apples in Every Orchard. I wanted to continue with the main story and immediately went on to Case File 5, which had me infiltrating an underground base of the Court of Owls. And this is when I was first introduced to the Talons, and the fact that the Court of Owls was trying to recreate the Lazarus Pit, but managed to create something much less pure and more dangerous. After narrowly escaping a group of Talons and managing to make it out of the collapsing hideout, we managed to complete the 5th case file and got the trophy from inside Gotham's walls. At this point in the story, I did manage to unlock Clayface's side missions, and I performed the first one and got the trophy Something in the Clay. I wanted to take a slight break from doing the main story because at this time that I was playing, it was late into the night, and I wanted to at least finish 1 or 2 more trophies before I had to work the next morning. So during my nightly patrols, I managed to complete all the hidden caches, which meant I unlocked all of Bruce Wayne's audio recordings for the trophy Gotham City's Confidential. The next day I jumped back into the main story and managed to get an arrest warrant for Jacob Kane, and when we finally managed to arrest him, he was killed by the League of Shadows, which then began an all-out war between the court and the League. But we did manage to get the trophy Voiceless. Plus, once I got back to the Belfry, I got the trophy Unstoppable Force, because now I had unlocked all 4 momentum bars. I then needed to discover what Talia and the League were up to within the city, and when I finally discovered the plan, I got the trophy Seeking Asylum. I then went into the final case file and had to face off against the revived Bruce Wayne, who was brought back by the new and improved Lazarus Pit. But after defeating Bruce, I had to take down Talia al Ghul in a 2-part fight. But with that finished, and after watching Bruce's final sacrifice against all of the Talons, I got the trophy Gotham Knight. I was done with the main story for now, but I still had to finish off all the side case files. So over the span of the next 2 days, since I had to work of course, I managed to complete all the case files, but I also did a few other miscellaneous tasks and got the following trophies: Working Hard or Harley Working, The Show Mud Go On, Rockin' a Hard Place, The Batman Family, which was just for selecting to play each of the characters. You don't actually have to take them out on patrol. Quarter Life Crisis, Snow Problem, Cool Down, End of an Era, Universal Health Scare, and Protector of Gotham, which was for actually completing 50 different challenges in total. All that was left now within this game was to grind the remaining levels, the collectibles, and a few simple different trophies. Next, I managed to unlock all the knighthood abilities for Red Hood, which I had been working on for a little while now, but it was finally done and I got the trophy A Worthy Successor. I also finished up all the secret identity side content that's available during the nightly patrols, and I got the trophy Solid Alibi. Now this is when the game took hold of me and made me hate every single moment of it. The collectibles. And it's almost like they never end and just keep coming. First off, you have the murals that you have to do for Tim Drake. Next are the batarangs that you have to find, the landmarks throughout Gotham, and the pages for the book that are from the Court of Owls that you need to collect. Where the batarangs, landmarks, and pages all have over 40 different ones that you have to find, which becomes absolutely ridiculous. But whatever, it's over now, I'm done, I'm over it, I'm not salty. I managed to complete the murals throughout Gotham first, then I followed it up with the batarangs, and I got the first 2 trophies, claiming the mural High Ground and Batarang Collector. I took a big break from collectibles because I was already feeling burnt out, and I wanted to move on to do something different. So then I decided it was time to start trying to defeat a certain number of special enemies from each faction. But I managed to unlock all the momentum abilities for Red Hood first and got the trophy Momentum Occasion. Right after this, I went back to grinding special enemies, and this was kind of a pain because, like I said in the beginning of the video, there's no way to actually track how many people you've taken out. So at this point, you're just doing different crimes and hoping for the best, and waiting for it to eventually pop. But eventually, it finally did pop, and I managed to take out 45 Shockers and Drone Masters from the Regulator faction, and got 2 trophies: Shock Till They Drop, and Drone You Out. I went back to the Belfry after, and I completed all 16 different training exercises, and got the trophy Practice Makes Perfect. I then decided I was going to try to fuse the mod chips I had earned throughout the game because I hadn't done that yet. But after fusing 50 of them, I got the trophy Fusion Expert. I then went on to finish off all the Bat Cycle time trials, and while finishing them, I managed to complete all premeditated crimes in a single night and got the trophy, not on my watch. I also did manage to finally finish off the last Bat Cycle trial and got the trophy Bat Out of Hell. Now it was time to finally go back to collectible hunting, and I decided to go for all the landmarks first, and there was 42 in total. And after 2 hours of my life I will never be getting back, I got the trophy History Major. Now, I didn't want to finish the collectibles because again, I was feeling burnt out again. So I went back to hunting special enemies. After a couple different night patrols, I finally managed to complete 3 of the challenges and got the following trophies: the Man-Bat family, Out of Their League, Family Meeting. And like I said, there is no way to track any of these kill stats, and it felt like each one of them took forever. And I know I saw a lot of people got these organically while playing the game, but let me tell you, all I did was play through the main story on medium difficulty, and it felt like I ran into a ton of these different enemies, and I was still farming for hours after. But after a ton of premeditated crimes, I finally managed to craft a full set of legendary gear and got the trophy Dress to Impress. Now I only had 6 trophies left before the platinum, and I needed to go into New Game Plus, but I still had 2 enemy related trophies and a single collectible left. So I sucked it up and I decided to complete the pages, and after suffering and finding all 40, I got the trophy Read All About It. I then wanted to finish the last 2 faction related trophies I had left, and after probably another hour or 2 of farming, the Mob and the Court, I managed to complete both the following trophies: Bulldozed and Talented. Now that I was finally finished with that, it was time to go into New Game Plus, because one of the next big things I needed was to reach max level. I also still had to complete 250 different crimes and inflict elemental effects on enemies 50 different times. So I decided to throw the difficulty up to hard and throw on a legendary ice weapon, and during my new game, I managed to unlock the first trophy of the run, In Your Element. Now after completing this is where I became to feel torn between just either completing crimes to level up to add to my total of 250 that I needed to complete, or just performing the main story to earn the most XP as soon as possible. I decided to do a split between the crimes in the open world and also the main story. I decided to do about 5 to 10 crimes in the world before each story mission, or in between them essentially, to try to maximize the amount I was doing. When I got to Case File 4, I finally managed to complete my 250th crime and got the trophy Expert Crime Fighter. At this point I was level 39 and halfway to level 40. So I decided to farm small crimes to finish the last amount of XP that I needed, and after about 20 more minutes of grinding, I finally managed to unlock the trophy He'd Be So Proud of You. And with that, the Platinum Trophy popped. Heir to the Cow. And with that, we were finally done. Well, there you go. That was my Platinum review of Gotham Knights, and what did I think? Honestly, before we get into the Platinum, let me just say, I love this game. Honestly, I mean that. I really enjoyed my time with it. Sure, I thought the traversal was horrendous and absolutely sucked, and that's because it is absolutely horrible. But the story was fun and well done in my opinion. The combat is okay, sure, definitely not to the level of Arkham series, but it was still fun nonetheless. But the platinum and the useless grinding and collectible farming I had to do was horrible. I hated every single moment of it, and I deeply regret even doing it. I honestly wanted to quit during the collectible grind because sure, it wasn't hard, but like I mentioned, the traversal for the game made it even worse, and it definitely wasn't fun. But anyways, there's my platinum review of Gotham Knights. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy, feel free to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below any game names or series games that you want to see me platinum or 100%. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.